So what's up, YouTubers? So this video, I'm going to kind of touch base on a lot of personal things and a lot of things that I see in this world, and I just kind of want to fully touch base on it. There's probably going to be people that disagree with me on this video and things like that, but it's whatever. And this video may be a little lengthy, but just kind of want to get it out there. So there's a lot of stuff I want to put base topics on this video, and it's a lot of things actually. You see, my whole life, elementary school, middle school, and high school, I was always bullied. I was always picked on, called a fat kid, things like that. I had very small select friends. And, a lot of my times, I get bad anxiety. And I was always afraid that my friends were going to turn on me at any minute, thinking that they're just going to be the next people to, make fun of me or quit being my friends and stuff like that. And, I've had a couple of friends that's done that. And it's just, a lot of things in this world, make you think about a lot of stuff. There's always a race war going on. There's always a sexist war going on. There's always multiple things going on. And you can't base somebody off of just one thing in particular. People's out here saying, all black people are bad because you see crimes and stuff like that on TV about, black people doing this or that. So everybody jumps in and thinks, oh, that whole race is bad, or Muslims or whites. I mean, you see a white person shoot up a school or a church or movie theater, they're like, oh, all white people are bad. No. And the same with the cops. People think a cop shoots one person and now the whole cop force is bad. That stuff's not true. Everybody is different. Everybody's unique in their own way. And what I can't stand is someone always saying, oh, they're like this, they're like that. No, you don't know the true story behind it. You don't know someone's life. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know why they act the way they do. And, like I said, my whole life, I grew up being bullied. I've had people hit me, spit on me, call me fat, call me a loser, all kinds of stuff. Even people on here on YouTube. The internet's a cruel world. So, there may be people that comment on this video saying stuff, but I don't care. You can't let words get to you. And that's one thing that started getting me through high school, was let people talk. Let people say what they want. Because the person that's talking and doing the damage, you don't really know what their life story is. Maybe someone's doing it to them. Or they're just doing it because they're dicks. Who knows? But what I do know is that you're capable of doing anything. My whole life, and I probably never will. My dream my whole life is to be an actor in some kind of movie, TV show, commercial, anything. Go on Ellen DeGeneres, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, anything like that. Do like interviews with people, able to express my story and how I feel and things like that. That would be the best and the coolest thing in this whole world. Will it ever happen? Probably not. Another thing, I would love to one day own like my own movie studio. Like, not like a studio, but like a professional camera and, some things like that I can set up at my house and make videos more often and stuff like that. I would love to do stuff like that. But, I'm going to tell you something. I was a kid growing up, and everybody was like, oh, he's never going to have a girlfriend, he's never going to get married, and blah, 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 stuff like that. I'm 22. I do have an amazing girlfriend, but I'll be honest. I have 2 kids, and they are both by 2 different women. But those kids mean more to me than anything in this entire world. I have a beautiful 2-year-old daughter, and I have a wonderful, handsome 1-year-old son. And they are every single thing to me in this world. They both went through a lot of trouble as kids. My daughter, when she was a baby, she was born early. She was in the NICU. She had to go to co-stairs, get a lot of help. And now she's perfect and she's amazing. My son, he was born early. He needs a little bit of help. He's a little bit slow. He's probably going to remain slow for the rest of his life. But he's not different. My son and my daughter are the exact same thing. My son, yeah, he's a little slow and things like that. But I can't stand people that treat people like that different. Because you cannot treat someone different just because they're slower than someone else. Handicapped, autistic, anything like that. I've seen it too much in my life. I'm not going to lie. I've seen people make fun of mentally handicapped people. The R word is the worst word that anybody can use in a vocabulary. And for some of those people out there that really, honest to God, don't know what I'm saying, and I hate saying this word, retarded, things like that. I hate that word so much. A person is not retarded. A person is not a retard, things like that. They may be slow, but they're not different. I remember catching myself eating at a mentally handicapped table in high school because I didn't want those kids to feel different. Did I get made fun of, picked on, things like that? Yeah, I did. Do I care? No, I don't. Because, a couple of my friends are mentally handicapped, and they always have a smile on their face. You don't ever see them upset or anything like that. Because no matter what, they are always happy. And a lot of people can learn from that. If more people in this world could just sit there and realize that people like that aren't different, then things would go a whole lot better. I was bowling today with my daughter, and next to me was a group of, there's people that like teachers and stuff that take these mental handicapped people out, and they take them bowling and stuff like that just so they can feel normal. And I would bowl, whether if I got a strike, a gut, or anything like that. There's this one woman next to me. She would come up, give me a high five, and give me a hug and stuff like that. And I did the same to her whenever she bowled and knocked pins down. The look on her face and how big her smile lit up, it's enough to melt your heart. There's too much stuff going on in this world. People base people on every single thing. Black, white, Hispanic, Muslim, fat, skinny, girls, big boobs, small boobs, guys, I'm not going to lie, big penis, small penis, different things like that. I'm really not even trying to be that funny by saying this stuff, because it's all true. It is all absolutely true. There is always going to be something going on with somebody in this world. Somebody's always going to view somebody else differently. And it's crazy, and it's messed up. I hate it. I treat everybody equally. That's how I was raised, and that's how I'm always going to be raised. Because, like white people that shoot up churches, black people that are in gangs and they go out and shoot people for a living, Muslims that are terrorists and things like that, they're not really necessarily different. They're just what I consider sick. Need help, things like that, like the terrorist. That's their culture. Am I saying terrorism's okay? Absolutely not. 100% absolutely not. But I'm just saying that's what they were learned. They think it's okay and stuff like that. They believe in different beliefs, and that's another thing. There's always a religion war. People say, "Oh, I hate Christians because they believe in this." People say, "I hate atheists because they believe in this." I hate Catholics, blah, 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 things like that because they believe in this. It doesn't matter. We're all human. We all bleed. We all bleed the same color. I guarantee you, if half the people that watch this video, if anybody even watches this video, I don't care if anybody watches this video, I just want to get it out. But I guarantee you, if I lined up 150 people in a row and we all cut a piece of our finger and let it all drip down at the same time on a piece of paper, it will all be red, because we all bleed the same when we all die. When the time comes to me, and I am a believer in God, so some people's gonna make it to heaven, some people's not, things like that. But we all die the same way. We die in a coffin, or we die and we're put in the ground. It don't matter if you're rich, you're poor, anything like that. You bleed the same, you're gonna die the same. So why do people always think, like, a bunch of rich people think they're better than someone because they have this, and that? seriously, I had a friend in high school. His family was not well off at all. He would love coming to school because he knew that school life was better than his home life. He was actually one of my best friends. He did pass away, unfortunately. It was a very tragic day when he passed away. I would do anything for that kid. I really would have. He was truly my best friend. But he loved coming to school because he didn't like being at home. Because he didn't know what was going to happen. He didn't know how he was going to get food sometimes. But at school, he knew that he had a warm meal waiting for him, friends to talk to, things like that. Just, so, I mean, kids nowadays, I mean, they're cruel, man. I mean, they really are. I've seen it, like my nephew and stuff like that. I've seen people like act different and treat people different and things like that. And when it comes to family and blood, that's a completely different story and a completely different way of how you see things. With me having two kids, I see the world a wholly different perspective. I want both my kids to grow up happy and satisfied. But by God, they're going to grow up happy and satisfied and learn respect and manners, not to treat people with disrespect and things like that. Because that is something that I do not stand for. If I ever got my daughter or my son disrespecting someone that's different because of their race or because of their sex or because they're mentally challenged or whatnot, I would punish them very, very hardly. And I would probably do something to embarrass them too. Because more than likely they embarrass those kids that they made fun of or picked on. So my kids are going to know better not to do stuff like that. And like I said, my son is slow. He's going to remain slow. If I ever find someone picking on him or, anything like that because he's a little bit slower, for one, my daughter will probably take care of it, to be honest, yeah. Because, brother and sister blood. But you better best believe someone's getting a phone call or I'm going to someone's house and I'll look his parents straight in the eyes and ask them what the hell is their problem and if this is how they raise their kids. And they tell me, yeah, that's how we raise our kids. Your son's going to be different and all that. Then we'll talk. I'm not going to say that I wouldn't punch somebody. But I'm sure everybody would if you have kids. If you know someone that's being picked on and things like that, I mean, this video is going out to everybody. You may even have coworkers. But seriously, if you have coworkers, schoolmates, classmates, anything like that, and you see them getting picked on because they're different or anything like that, don't just stand there and watch. Be the difference in this world. Be the difference what this world needs. Stand up and do something. I've stood up for kids before, and I've got punched for it and things like that. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Because I felt good about myself, and I knew that the kid couldn't help it. But I just pretty much want to make this video to let everybody know we're all the same. We need to all love each other and treat each other with respect. And like I said, there's probably going to be people that comment on this video if they see it, saying some dumb things or being mean to me back and stuff like that. It don't bother me. Because I know that this video is going to touch some people, and it's going to maybe make some people look different in a new way. Because that's what this world needs. It's a difference. So, everybody, seriously, treat each other with respect. Love everybody, no matter what. And I'm telling you that your world would be a whole different perspective of how you see things. So love and honor one another. Peace out, guys.